Hi, I'm Tina Hnatiuk and welcome to my living room yoga class. So today I'm going to teach you how to do a sun salutation safely and correctly. Now, first thing I want to tell you is that there's a few different ways to do sun salutations. Different lineages of yoga have different preferences of things like where you put your hands and your feet and that kind of thing. But there are some basic things here that I can teach you that you can add into your own practice to keep you safe and also so that your alignment is really stellar. And that's mostly for safety, and it makes it easier as well once you understand the mechanics of it. So let's begin. I'm gonna get on my mat and you're welcome to take a peek of what we're doing here now. So I have a dog here in the corner sleeping, and sometimes crumbs get on my mat from him, from his, or mud or whatever. So sun salutations, the intention of them are really to warm up your body, and then you do kind of like a modified sun salutation in a lot of vinyasa classes to keep the heat going in the body. Now, sun salutation A, or Surya Namaskar A, is typically done at the top of your mat. Foot placement isn't that important. Some teachers will tell you that, that's fine. I'm going to teach you how I was taught and how I teach my students and have been teaching for a decade because I like this. I've done lots of different styles over the years, but this is my preference, and I hope you like it too. So I invite you to bring your feet together at the top of your mat, toes and heels together. If you can't do that, just bring them as close as you can. Start with your hands at your heart in Anjali Mudra, and your thumbs just lightly rest onto your breastbone. I always like to take a few moments at the beginning of the Surya Namaskar A to connect to the breath. So you may find it helpful to close your eyes and enter into Ujjayi breath, which is the breath of the practice. And I will show you another video on this later. Right now I'll just show you the movements of Surya Namaskar A. So I invite you to spread your feet into the floor, expanding your toes. Ground through the four corners of your feet. Draw the energy of your inner ankles up through the inseam of your legs as they roll in. Draw up and in through your belly, chest up, and lengthen through the crown of your head. Take a moment here to breathe, feeling the full height of your body, and also the connection to the earth. As you exhale, release your hands and open your eyes. Now as you inhale, raise your hands overhead and watch your palms connect. Then exhale, fold forward and bow to the earth. Inhale, look up with straight legs and a straight back. And then exhale, step back and lower through Chaturanga. Inhale into upward dog, point your toes, knees and hips are lifted. And then exhale, back into downward facing dog. So typically you'll stay here for about 5 breaths. Ground through your hands, belly in. Now at the bottom of your exhale, bend your knees, take your gaze forward, and either step or hop your way up to the top of your mat. Feet together again, this is the reverse of what you just did. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise your hands, watch them join. And then exhale, release your hands down. So now that we've gone through this once, I'm going to break it down for you with the breaths. So the first thing that you'll notice here is that each movement has a breath connected to it. So it's not inhaling, raise your hands, and exhaling as you raise your hands. It is one movement. Inhale, raise your hands up. And then exhale, fold forward. So this is the first thing that I want you to recognize. And the next is that there is a gazing point or a drishti with each of the movements, which you may have noticed me saying in some of the postures. So the gazing point is helpful because your eyes are really the driver of your vehicle, your body. And where you look, your body will follow. So if you're looking down in chaturanga, what tends to happen, if the floor is here, imagine that my mat's here. If you look down in chaturanga, your bum tends to lift up. When you look forward, which would be up in this case, it tends to keep you straighter. So these kinds of things are important. Also, when you raise your hands overhead, you'll tend to get longer, reach up higher, that kind of thing. Okay, so drishti, your gazing point, is important. And as well as recognizing that there's one breath to each movement. Now let's break down the postures. So the first posture, samasthitihi, or equal standing at the top of your mat. And then inhaling, raise your hands up. So you're really grounding through your feet, lifting your heart in your hands, and you're looking right up towards them as they join. So they come right together. And then as you exhale, you'll fold forward. Now some options here, if your hamstrings are a little tight, you're not going to be able to curl in the way that I did, which is just fine. What you want to do though is touch the ground. Now there are different philosophies on this, but as far as what I was taught and what I feel is best for my students that I've taught tens of thousands of, is really to bend the knees. So you'll bend your knees, ground towards the floor, and curl your forehead in. So really the intention of this posture is to lengthen the back side of your body. So the legs, the back, that kind of thing. If your legs are though a little tight, you still want to be able to lengthen your back. So in my case, I've got really long hamstrings. When I inhale up, I can exhale and fold right in half. And you don't have to do that. You will still get the benefit of it. Don't worry about it. This will come. So the exhale is forward. And then you'll inhale. And this pose here is called half forward bend. So half forward bend. You want to make sure that your legs are straight and your back is straight. If you find that you are not able to straighten your legs, so there are some styles of yoga that actually insist your hands are on the floor with the knees bent. I find it's much safer for most people to be here. So hands are either on your thighs or your shins. Your legs are engaged and active, and your heart is moving forward. And really what this is preparing you for is the next pose, which is chaturanga. And I do have a video on chaturanga which breaks it totally down for you. But for our purposes here today, what I want you to think about when you're in this pose is that you're looking as far forward as you can, because now when you step into chaturanga, you're going to keep your gaze there, which will keep your spine long. And this is one exhale. So what you'll notice is that I did not inhale into a plank and then exhale down. It was one movement. So after chaturanga, and I'll show you from here again. So I'm going to inhale, look up, exhale into chaturanga. This is one movement, one exhale. Inhale into upward dog. My knees and hips are lifted. And then exhale into downward facing dog. And then we'll be here for about 5 breaths. And then to come out, it's the reverse. So bend the knees and then inhale into your half forward bend. So that's one breath coming forward and into this pose. And I'm looking straight ahead again. Exhale, fold. Remember, you can bend your knees. Look up to your navel, so you round right in. And then inhale, raise your hands up, watching your palms touch. And then exhale, float them down. And that is Walter, and he's going to sit behind you now. Okay, so I'll run through this one more time so you can see it and do it with the breath. And I encourage you to do it with me this time. All right, so come on up to the top of your mat. Hands to your heart. Take a moment to connect to your breath. Exhale, release your hands. Inhale, raise them up overhead. And then exhale, fold forward. And you're going to look up to your navel. Inhale, look up with straight legs and a straight back, gazing forward. exhale, step back and lower. This is one exhale. Inhale, upward dog, look to your nose, head back. Knees and hips are lifted, legs strong. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Ground through the knuckles of your palms, particularly your index knuckle, thumb knuckle, and inner wrist. Push your mat away. Now, the bottom of your exhale, bend your knees. Step or hop your way up as you inhale into half forward bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, raise your hands. Watch them join. And then exhale, float your hands down. Okay, so that is Sun Salutation A, or Surya Namaskar A. And thanks for joining me. I'll have more videos uploaded soon. So I hope you like this and share this and subscribe to my channel, and we can practice again soon. Thanks so much. Have a great day.